So, guys, let me tell you guys about how I feel about let's say a man is rich, right, and he wants a wife, stuff like that. Let me tell y'all, because I'm very transparent. Let me tell you guys exactly in my how I would do this thing. Let's say, I don't know. Let's just throw out any number out there. Let's say I have $10 million, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do with this $10 million? I already told you guys I will put $1 million in the bank and just let it sit there. I wouldn't touch it. we can call that my never having to work again fund, right? So now you a man, you rich, and you got $10 million, but of course you want company. So now you want a wife. So I'm gonna tell you guys how I would deal with that situation. And it might be some people who disagree with me. It may be some people who say that's actually pretty smart. I've actually thought about this, and the reason I decided to talk about it is because I've thought about it several times, and I keep coming up with the same answer. So it's probably something that I would really do. Now, the thing about me is that I've made so many YouTube videos over the past 8 or 9 years that I would have to think that there are women out there who have studied me, like have really, really studied me. Okay. And possibly they know exactly what I'm capable of, and whether they use that to their advantage or my disadvantage. I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm making this video to tell you guys exactly how I would deal with that situation, because you can't trust people out here, and of course that's what's on every guy's mind is, okay, if I get married, I don't want to be you heard about all the bad stories, wives taking guys' money, and should she get half and all that type of stuff, all those legalities. But these are supposed to be two people that love each other, that swore in their wedding vows that they would basically honor and take care of each other for the rest of their lives, basically. I think that's what the vows seem to suggest. But yeah, let me go ahead and just tell you guys exactly how I will handle this situation. So I'm a man. I got $10 million. I'm gonna put $1 million in the bank. That's my never having to work a 9 to 5 again fund, right? So now I meet a woman, and now I'm gonna tell you guys, this is what I would say to a woman. Let's say I really like this woman. Okay. Remember, this woman has studied me. Okay, so I really don't have too much to prove to this individual, and because she's already studied me, and I pretty much chose her because I thought she would make a good companion to me, right? But what about the money thing? Money, to me, money is so dehumanizing, guys. It could be, I mean, it can be and it cannot be, but for the most part, to me, money is like so dehumanizing. But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Let's just get to the point. So, you think you like this woman? You think this woman may like you, right? Thing is, you the one who got all the money. So how do you deal with that situation to avoid just the what's the word? To avoid all the superficial BS. Oh, you're a guy, you got the money, and she's just this dame that you didn't chose, that you didn't found, blah blah blah, right? Very superficial. So the reason I came up with this was because I don't want anything to be, there's nothing superficial about me, guys. And I would like to believe that I'm never going to change who I am as an individual. Just not. I like to think that that's why I've been through this whole ordeal, because I'm going to remain the same type of individual regardless of what status I'm at in life. I'm still the same person. All that superficial stuff, I'm not with that, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about that already. It's always somebody out there that got more than you. So why should I be superficial about anything? But I would tell this woman, I would say, look here. This is how we're going to do this. This is how we're gonna do this. Well, first of all, if you have to get legally married with the government sleeping in the bed with you, you have to get a prenuptial. You have to. I mean, if you're gonna sleep, if you're gonna allow the state, if you're gonna sleep in bed with the state, and your woman doesn't want to trust the word by your mouth, and she can have reasons. A woman has to protect herself. We're not gonna get into whether that's cool or ain't cool, or a woman's supposed to believe your word. It's too many horror stories, so we're just gonna stick to the legalities of this situation. So a woman, of course, is gonna want you to get married with the state, and then you're gonna say, well, you have to get a prenuptial and stuff like that. So it has to be negotiations. But I would even take it farther than that. It's more than a prenuptial. I would tell this woman this. I'll be like, look, it's really important to me to have a lifelong partner that we can actually take care of each other and transmute that energy into having children and have great children and just nothing's perfect, but have a really good family. I mean, after where I didn't came from, obviously that would be my dream desire, to have a really good family, stuff like that. And so I would tell a woman, look, like this, we get married, prenuptial, all that's great, but here's $1 million. I'm going to put this $1 million in your account under your name. So here it is. I'm not going to touch it. And the reason I would do that, for two reasons. Number one, so that the woman never feels like she has, like, I never want my woman to be like afraid of me. Like, she feel like I'm just going to pull back at any given time. A woman can feel like that, man. Even if she's pregnant with your child, she can, if you're a man, you got all this money, she can always feel like, it can always creep in her mind that you're just going to up and leave her. And so I don't want that. I don't want that to creep into my woman's mind. I say, here's $1 million. Boom, there it is. It's in your account. It's under your name. I can't touch it. It's yours now. Right? And if I try to take it, you can get me arrested because it's yours. It's not mine. Here's $1 million. That means you can up and leave me anytime you want to. Because, see, it's really important to me that I have a good family and that we really love each other and stuff like that and take care of each other. That's very important to me. So just to make this not about money, you can here's $1 million. You can up and leave me anytime you want to. $1 million should be enough for you to up and leave and have a great life and leave me out of it if there's any ill intentions that you have towards this relationship. Okay. And then, so I think I said two reasons. I wouldn't want my woman to feel like I got her on a leash. I would never want my woman to feel like I have her on some kind of leash. Never. And even if you tell a woman, the devil can always creep in her mind and make her believe I'm still trying to have her on a leash. This is not coming to America where I want a woman to bark like a dog. That is no. I want my woman to be herself, to just be loving. You produce good children when everything is cool. You actually bring really great children in the world when you and your spouse can be on a high frequency together. It's nothing greater than two people being in love. I don't think it's nothing greater in this universe than two people actually being in love with each other. You can really produce great children that way. I'm telling you, children will come out, they will be literally gods walking around. I believe the ancient Egyptians, they had a certain way they knew how to bring gods into the realm, not these low vibrational demons that this world is hell bent on bringing up in here. And that's a whole nother, science to study, man. But anyway, so I would never want number one, I would never want my woman to think that I got her on a leash. And number two, let me see, did I have a number two? Or was that the sole reason? It was another reason. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Hold up. I can't think about it right now. But basically, y'all hear what I'm saying. It just, I just that will be my way to get rid of That y'all hear that modified muffler, don't you? Why should some cream puff be allowed to disturb people's peace? I have no idea. I have no idea. But anyway, um, disturbing my peace as I'm trying to make a video. All that BS. It's shocking to me that they don't give out fines for shit like that. That's disturbing the peace. That's not disturbing the peace, man. I don't know what it is. Modified mufflers on a car. Some of them sound like gunshots. But anyway, so I would never want my wife to think I'm trying to have her on a leash in any kind of way. Any kind of way. I never want her to be afraid of me in the relationship in any kind of way. I don't like to have that type of control over people. Plus she knows, hey, if she wants to leave for any reason, she has $1 million in her account. She can up and leave at any given time. That would make me feel better too, because I don't feel like I'm being strung out on a leash. I don't feel like my heart is being played with. That this woman really wants to be with me and cares about me and stuff like that. So I think that was the number two reason. Basically, just to get rid of all the superficial feelings that can come up, and not only the woman's mind, but in my mind too. Because I'm an honest, loving being. I don't want to be taken advantage of anymore. I've already been through all that shit. See? So some people might say, nah, that's not right. But hey, I mean, to me, that's a good thing to do. If you got all this money, why not? Why not just say, here's $1 million in your account. You can up and leave me anytime you want to. Plus, it's going to let me know that you're not just with me for the money. Because if you put $1 million in her account and she's still with you, she can up and leave and get her a condo and go live on some island somewhere at any given time she feel like, and start her own business, do whatever. But she chooses to stay there and have your children and be with you. Man, that will let you know that, man, you two really can be in love with each other. And I'm telling you, life will be so good. So I just want to tell y'all that, man. That's how I think about it. And I'll let y'all later. Peace.